Hello everyone, we are really in the midst of the days before our special Chag, a special Yom Tov of Purim coming up, and for sure when we are always giving a little Torah, so at this time we should talk a little bit about Purim, about this Yom Tov, this holiday coming up, the day of Simcha. A lot of details about it, a lot of teachings about it, and a lot of beautiful lessons about it. Just to mention one beautiful point on a great lesson that we could learn from this day of Purim. And this is a very interesting idea that we're learning in the story of Purim, when Mordechai he went and he got dressed with a sack with ashes, and we learned that Esther found out and she sent a messenger to find out why is he dressed like that. And we'll learn the words in Megillah that he sent back the message when it said, he told them, et kol asher karahu, everything that happened to him. Really, he should have said everything that happened, but he was saying et kol asher karahu, everything that happened to him. Tells us the Frierdiker Rebbe, the previous Rebbe, a beautiful thought. But first let me say what he said. Because he said et kol asher karahu, this is why it happened later that Haman, after he was walking with Mordechai, the story, and he walked into his house, Avel v'chafui rosh, he told his wife and his friend et kol asher karahu, everything happened to him. Says the previous Rebbe, by Mordechai saying kol asher karahu, this is why Haman was saying kol asher karahu. What is that idea? An explanation is as follows in short. Mordechai, when Esther wants to find out what happened, why is he fasting, and why is he wearing a sack, why is he wearing all these ashes on him, he does not say that something happened with the Jews. They are the ones that sinned. They are the ones that they went to the feast of Achashverosh, and this is why there is a decree from above upon them. He said, Kol asher karahu, what happened to me? What happened to Mordechai? He didn't do anything wrong. The Jews did something. They are the ones that went to the feast of Achashverosh. They are the ones that caused the decree of Haman coming upon them because Hashem was upset. Why does he say to Esther at kol asher karahu, what happens to him personally? What happened? What did he do wrong? And the idea that Mordechai was the leader of the Jews, and to him when Jews did something wrong, when Jews went to the feast of Achashverosh, to him he saw that he did something wrong. He did not blame it on them, he blamed it on himself. He is our leader. He is the leader of the Jews. When he felt the Jews are doing something wrong, he is being blamed. And this is what he tells Esther. All the story that happened to him, the story that the Jews sinned, and this is why Hashem put that decree upon them. He looks at him, it happened to him, to Mordechai. And this is why he's fasting, and this is why he's crying, and this is why he's wearing the sack and the ashes on him, because it happened to him. Mordechai was a Jew, that if he sees something wrong by another Jew, he does not say he did something wrong. It's me. When he saw by someone else that he's in sorrow, it's not him in sorrow, it's me. It's all a part of me. And because Mordechai acted this way, he did not pray for the Jews because the Jews something wrong, God should forgive them. He prayed for the Jews. It's him. He is the one that did something wrong. He's praying because I'm part of them. And if they are wrong, I am wrong. Says the previous Rebbe, this is what caused the greatest miracle that Haman said after at kol asher karahu, things that happened to him, or as we know the end of the story, what happened to him, that he was hung. And this is the beautiful miracle. The beautiful miracle was because Mordechai said, Karahu, it happened to me. And this is the beautiful lesson that we have to learn from the story of Purim. The story of Purim teaches us, when it comes to help another Jew, when it comes to be sad for another Jew for his situation, when it comes to be happy for another Jew and his joy and simcha, it's not that I'm sad for him, that I'm happy for him. I gotta be happy for him because it's me. His simcha is my simcha. And his sadness is got to be my sadness. That's what Mordechai teaches. Mordechai teaches when the Jews have a problem, it's not their problem, it's his own problem. And if this is the life we live with, that somebody else's sadness is my sadness, somebody else's joy is my joy, this causes the great miracle of Purim that we're celebrating till today. And this is a lesson that we have to learn, not only for Purim, for our entire life. As I repeated many times, the story of a great chassid, that after he celebrated a wedding of one of his friends, then when the wedding is over, he went to another friend and he sat down and he cried all evening. When his friend is asking, why are you crying? He just came from a wedding, you should be happy. He tells him, I'm crying because I danced at my friend's kid's wedding, but I don't feel I was happy at his wedding like I was happy at my daughter's wedding. And that's what he was crying. I should be happy by my friend's wedding like I'm happy at my wedding. And this is what Mordechai teaches us. We should look at somebody else's problem, somebody else's sorrow, it's mine. Somebody else's joy, it's mine. And we will go this direction. That's when we have the great miracle. This is the message. And by the way, that great chassid that I said the story, this was my father-in-law, that his yahrzeit will be in a month from now. Hopefully it's all take that beautiful lesson to us. And the idea of Purim is we should be happy. We should all know it's our simcha, it's our joy. It's not someone else's simcha, it's not someone else's joy. It's kol asher karahu, what happens to us, not to someone else. Have yourself a beautiful Purim, a beautiful celebration on Ad Lo Yada.